right, welcome to this module. We're going to be talking all about communications. Now, just an overview about the communications. We try to streamline and centralize all the communication into one place. This means no more phone applications. So some of you guys are using Ring Central, CallRail, Open Phone. These are things that you don't need to use anymore. There's also our mobile app, which you can make phone calls out of and receive calls. So you can certainly use that. No more checking in on different email accounts. That's all going to get brought in your Gmail, your Google Workspace, your Yahoo, whatever. It's all going to get synced inside of Pebble and tracked against the deal itself. Yeah, you're going to be able to do all your texting. You don't need to copy and paste your communication over. It all is going to live inside of Pebble. Now, I'm going to walk you through what we call our inbox because that's where all your communication lives in. All right, cool. So this is a section where we call our inboxes. It's a centralized place for you to receive all your communications. Your goal, really, Kevin, like this is what I would kind of foresee. Like your goal here is to really check this inbox on a sort of regular interval, maybe twice a day, three times a day. What are your thoughts on that? That's probably the best thing to do is sort of check in on here regularly.
Yeah, just like your email, you're checking that throughout the day. This is the same thing. Um, yeah, and then, but just to reiterate, this is much more than just an email inbox. It's going to have all of your text messages, voicemails, lead submissions from your website. Everything is going to flow right into here. So there's only one thing to check, which is really, really nice.
Typically, the setup that we have is you're going to have an inbox for your sellers. So people want to sell you their property, and then an inbox for your buyers, people who are communicating with you want to buy your property. Now, you may not be handling the disposition side. So maybe you don't have a buyer inbox, but maybe you've got like three acquisition managers on your team. Well, great. They can have their own inbox. Okay. So an inbox needs to be connected to these forms of communication. You're not integrating or anything like that. You're actually connecting and setting things up inside of Pebble. So you're like, let's go through and set things up here. To set up an inbox, we'll go to the actual inbox. We'll hit settings here. And at the very top here, you have an inbox email address. Kevin, what's sort of the best way to sort of describe what an inbox email address is?
Yeah, so every inbox that's created in Pebble will get one of these email addresses. And these are great for receiving just random things across the internet that you want to come into your inbox. You can use this, you can give this to, for example, to like Zillow or land.com, so that when somebody fills out a contact form on one of those websites, that contact form will be submitted directly into your inbox. And there's no need to sort of set up another automation to do that.
Yeah.
Anything that can send an email to that address will end up in your inbox.
Awesome. Now, there's also your connected email account. So this is like your Gmail, your Google Workspace, or your own domain's email. All you need to do is hit connect account, type in your account. So like I use um, this is actually through Google Workspace. It'll ask me to sign in and select the email. I'm not going to actually log in here and do that, but you can connect your Gmail account into here as well. Okay. Or whatever email account you have. Okay.
Mhm.
Now keep in mind it's one email per inbox. Okay.
Mhm.
So it would typically be the email address I'm using to handle all my acquisition side of things. Okay.
Mhm. And this, once your email account is connected, you will then be able to send out emails right from within Pebble. So no more opening up your Gmail app, copy and pasting property APNs over and making and going back and forth. You can just click any sort of contact, click reply on your inbox, send that email right from Pebble. But to be clear, that's actually sending the email from your connected email account. It's just taking that step away of having to go open Gmail, click the compose button. All of that's just happening right from within Pebble.
All right, so your phone numbers. Now, if you have an existing phone number, you're going to port that over. To do that, to add a phone number, you're just going to go hit add a phone number here. And if again, you're porting, we're just going to get you to email us. We'll actually help you through that porting process. So again, if you have a phone number with CallRail, RingCentral, wherever, you can port that number over. Now, if you want to create a phone number, every plan includes free phone numbers. You're going to type in the area code. So you may have multiple phone numbers, right? I'm working out of the 206 area code out here in Seattle, and then I'll just add a phone number. And I'm just going to add that to my inbox. And you can see this is now my phone number here. Okay, I can have, again, multiple phone numbers here set up. All right, and then finally, what we call our forms. So you can actually create forms for anything. I mean, you can have a form that you're going to embed on a website. You can have a form that you're going to give to your cold callers. You can, set up a form even for your phone. So if you're on the go and you want to just submit a lead because somebody called you and you're on the go, you can do that as well. Now, a form is just a set of questions you can create, and they fill it out, and that'll actually also end up inside of your inbox. Now, with the form, you'll notice that I didn't ask their name, phone, and email. That's because it's already hard-coded. So you don't actually add that to these questions. We'll actually add that for you. And it's sort of like we've optimized the form already. We believe that we should ask that up front, make that easy, and then you can follow up with these other questions afterwards. So you can actually preview a form by just hitting public form here. You can view it. You can see I'm asking the phone number, sorry, their name, their phone number, and email. I'm also going to ask for what we call the property record code, as we talked about earlier. So we can identify the property right away once they submit it. And then it's going to ask these other questions here. Clearly, we're not going to ask for their name because we already asked for that earlier. Okay. So you can set up those forms easily. And then, again, embed it on a website or embed it or use it wherever. Share that link, that public form link, with maybe your call answering service. So they're picking up calls that people are calling in, or maybe your cold callers. They're going to be using that same form to submit that in. All right. So once we have set up our inbox, we can now start receiving things in here. You can see I've got a call and a couple texts from this person named Laura King, and I can continue the conversation here. I can text them from here. I can call them from here. I can do that all from this page right here. Here's another one with Rupert. We can do all our communication from here within Pebble. All right, that really wraps up the communication side of things with Pebble. We're going to go on to the next module. Once you start receiving leads, what do we do? We're going to actually move them over to our deal board. But before we do that, we're going to set up the deal board, and I'll talk more about that on the next module. We'll see you in the next module.